Yo, what's up guys? So it's finally MEST time, and as many of you may know, the MEST is a highly acclaimed set, so when I first looked at the graph, I was like, no way, why did so many people buy this? But after listening to them, I understand the hype now. MEST is indeed one of the best. And I think it's also one of the few sets over $1,000 that actually justifies its price tag. Starting with the low end, the MEST isn't going to be meaty and thick like the Meteor or Up, but the separation, speed, and clarity in the bass notes are on the same level if not more resolving. Note weight is very natural and the MEST is definitely more sub-bass oriented, as the mid-bass, although it's punchy, doesn't have the same slam and impact as the Up or Meteor. But the attack on the other hand is very fast and sharp like the Up. The sub-bass especially has amazing texture and isn't recessed or soft but very tactile. Personally, I don't hear the difference in the bone conduction driver versus a dynamic driver, but the sub-bass does extend very deeply and rumbles your ears when it needs to. Now, since the low end is very clean, there is zero bleed or bloat into the mids, and instead the unique decision to essentially cut out the gain starting from 1 to 5k and delaying it to 5 to 15k instead actually works. I definitely thought the vocals would just be gone or super recessed and wonky based on the graph, but to my surprise, they actually sound very clean, open, and natural. It reminds me of the Variations but less thin, and honestly, I prefer the MEST more to the Variations or OG Monarch since the MEST has a sparkle like the DM, but less meaty and more clean. Mid-range clarity and separation is also up there with the OG Monarch and other endgame sets. And as a result of flattening the 1k to 5k range, the stage on the MEST is one of the biggest I've ever heard. It feels very open and big, like the Z1R and U12T, but with actual good vocals. Treble on the other hand is very well extended, clean, and slightly aggressive, bringing a touch of excitement and energy to the overall sound. Now, it's not as airy as the Meteor, but the resolution is cleaner and you can pick out each individual nuances better. And adding on the bigger sense of stage, the MEST makes it very obvious that details are bombarding you from every direction. So, in terms of overall clarity, separation, and quote-unquote technicalities, it doesn't get much better than this. Some IEMs will overdo the treble to create a sense of sharpness and higher resolution, but the MEST balances out its sharpness and timbre perfectly. So I don't have any of the big boys on me right now to actually A/B, but the MEST to me is definitely a step up from the Meteor, Mahina, and Variations when it comes to overall tech plus enjoyment. The others might have just amazing tech or trading it for enjoyment, but neither at the same time. Which is why the MEST is the definition of an endgame all-rounder set in my opinion, handling busy tracks like Strangest Thing, House in Nebraska, and Flower Town with ease. But it still allows me to jam out with my hip-hop library and also portrays vocals beautifully on ballads as well. So it's one of the rare instances that I think a $1,500 price tag is justified. But I also think the EJ07M is around 90% or more of the MEST for a third of the price, with the exception being in the treble clarity and extension, which the MEST definitely does better. It's still a rec from me if you have the money, and the only real nitpick is that the treble can get too exciting at very loud volumes, but we're talking 80 decibels plus here, so pretty much most of you will be fine. But yeah, MEST is best. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Peace.